Hey, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Those Movie Dudes podcast. Back here once again, talking about some new releases, some movie news, figure out what Nate's choice might end up being, doing some trivia, just having a good old time. You know what I mean? Just having a good old time. We got the neon light back there. We're live. Actually, we're not live, but there it is. Let's bring in our fellow dudes. We got Ducky. We got Nate. Welcome back. What's up?
Megalopolis Deb. Oh shit. Okay.
Megalopolis Deb.
I got Megaduckalus, and then we got the Wild Mainstream Boy.
I didn't see Megalopolis.
I almost put Megalopa. Okay, fuck this.
Oh, that would have been good. We'll get into it as we normally say.
We shall. We always do. We always get into it eventually.
So, did I see a Longlegs Blu-ray at the beginning of the show during that intro? Is that Nicolas Cage himself, Mr. Daddy Longlegs?
Now that I don't.
That's the only time I'm hitting that myself. I'm done. That's
I can't hold him out. I can't hold him out.
Oh shit! There he is.
He's in.
Nice.
Yeah, he's in.
Wow.
That's cool. I like
not
it.
Not a bad cover. You know, doesn't give the movie away. Just like the marketing didn't either. So that's good.
I wish they got rid of the blue, kind of like this.
Why is that? Do they think we're stupid and we don't know it's a Blu-ray at this point? You know, like
I feel like we've had that discussion before. Like that exact thing. Like what?
Oh, maybe that's a DVD. Oh, it says Blu-ray, so it's a Blu-ray. You know, I'm not that much of an idiot. If I'm gonna go buy physical media, I'm probably gonna know if it's 1080p or not.
You'd be surprised. A lot of people still buy DVDs. Actually, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but DVD sales are still like pretty high compared to
higher than Blu-ray.
4K. Yeah, 4K is pretty low, to be honest. I mean, not a lot of people. That's kind of a niche format at this point. Because Nate has
been around forever, so
and,
people recognize it.
I was just at Bull Moose, which is, if you don't know what Bull Moose is, it's a local place where they sell Blu-rays and DVDs. But the DVDs, new release DVD, was like $24, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And the Blu-ray was $30, the 4K was like $36. I was like, "This is disgusting! Like, what is happening right now?" Because I remember when John and I were in high school, we'd go to Bull Moose when like Spectacular Now came out on Blu-ray, and it was like $13.97, brand new.
That was a lot of money back then too. You know, I feel like the prices have gone up as
Breakers like $14.97. It was like $14, $13, $15 new release Blu-rays that would come out all the time. I was like, oh, okay, we easily could add those to the collection, but
even not anymore. The most expensive ones were like Disney. It's like, okay, well, every Disney movie is going to be $24.99 at release, or maybe Side Effects.
Yeah, the Steven Soderbergh movie spent.
I made sure I had to spend full price on that one and then never watch it.
I was just at Bull Moose the other day, and I saw the best deal that I could find was Dune Part 2 on 4K for $17.97.
Did you buy it?
Pre-owned.
It was pre-owned, but it was still wrapped in the plastic wrap. But I did not get it because it didn't have a slipcover. It would have looked a little weird without a slipcover because I have Part 1 and a slipcover. Well, this is just stupid semantics that no one else understands at this point, but
that is not true because there are many people out there that are like, I will not get this unless it has a slip. Like, I don't get A24 Blu-rays unless it has a slip cover, just because I want them all to just be perfect. So I've turned away quite a few Blu-rays of A24 just because, like, I've been wanting to pick up Everything Everywhere All at Once, but there's none with a slip cover, so I will not buy it.
Yeah, they even have the one from A24.com where you can get like the special edition 4K. I think I just have the regular edition 4K. That was on sale for a long time for like $15, the 4K for Everything Everywhere, but they always had a slip cover. I wonder how John's challenge is doing so far with his watching 15 Blu-rays by the end of the year. I think you got three so far.
Nice, good for you.
Beetlejuice.
Did I watch? Yeah, I did watch that on 4K. I did. I put it in the player. So we have Beetlejuice.
That doesn't count.
Softly. Well, I watched it as well. I put it in the player and also sat down and physically watched the movie. I don't know what else. I've watched movies that I have on 4K or physical media, but like not on the disc itself.
That's
So does that count? Since I've
No.
watched the movie. No, okay.
No.
Then
so
yeah,
what
no,
do we set you back?
I'd say we're overall
One.
failing at my my one task for this
Well,
year.
we got 3 months left, so we'll see what happens.
Got a lot of other new release movies to watch. Like, can they just give me those on physical media and I'll watch them? Like that.
If you guys are listening, comment some punishments if we don't hit our task. For me, 200 movies. For Nate, the entire Best Picture lineup, and for John, 15 Blu-rays. End of the year. We made these plans, these goals.
I thought
end of January of the beginning of the year. Yeah, no, my goal was to hit 200. I know it's of the time to be top 250. So when I started, I was at like 150 something. So
yeah, I just need a reminder every now and then to be like, hey man, throw a Blu-ray in. Okay, maybe.
That's why we got a bi-weekly podcast. So
yeah,
you can remind you every now and then.
Come December, I'm gonna be freaking out because I'm gonna be at 4 movies and it's whatever punishment is on the horizon, I'm willing to do.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
it could be bad too. I know our fan out there is he's plotting it.
Jump off a balcony into a pile of all your physical media. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, do a Donald Duck.
I can do that. Yeah,
into your Blu-rays.
It's solid. It's a solid substance.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of pieces of solid matter.
It's not a pool.
All right. Yeah. Well, I guess let's get into the first topic here. We got some movie news. It's a topic I forgot about until 10 seconds before we recorded. All right, let's go.
This is movie news.
Peter live here every single podcast.
Dame Maggie Smith is dead at 89.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was. I thought that was
Professor McGonagall has passed. R.I.P. She's been in like Downton Abbey. She's been in the Harry Potter films, Sister Act. Yeah, I mean, she's
a dame.
She was an OG gangster.
What is a dame? What's a dame? Is that like being a knight or like,
being like
sir?
Sir, yeah.
It's like what Patrick Stewart is, but a woman. Okay.
Like Judi Dench is also Dame Judi Dench.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah.
Dame Ariana Grande. So.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
She's a dame whenever she goes into Starbucks and orders a grande.
Sure.
More like Dom.
That sucks, man.
Aww. I just in case you guys didn't know, I just wanted to start off the movie news on a downer.
Well, I'm glad you didn't end it on a downer. I'm better to get this out of the way off. Right
That's to come.
Gotta start. But I just wanted to ask John, like, what's your favorite Dame Maggie Smith moment in cinema history?
I think there's a moment in like one of the last Harry Potter movies where she just comes out there with her wand and she rounds everybody up and she's like, "Let's fucking go, dude." Kind of like that, but like in her own way. Like I'm
not really.
I think paraphrasing. It was very similar to that, but it's a little bit different.
I think the scene that you're talking about is when she does round like those guards to go like defend your school, and then she turns to like I think Ron Weasley's mom or something. She's like, "I've always wanted to cast that spell." She's all excited.
Yeah, that was so. Oh, that's really good moment with her. Yeah,
great moment. Nate, what's your favorite Dame Maggie Smith moment? Because you're a Downton Abbey guy, so.
No, I'm not.
I've seen the show.
I thought you've seen the show. Maybe
I saw the first season.
Okay.
And the movie? Maybe?
No? Yeah, but that everything in the movie takes place after
12
the
hours
series.
Downton Abbey.
And so I didn't watch it, and so I was completely confused. But that was actually my favorite moment where she cast the statues.
Is that her only good moment? Is that her only good moment that we can really think of? Like,
no, I might say when it's actually probably like 45 minutes before that moment when Snape is addressing everybody, and then Harry steps out when he goes to attack Harry. McGonagall steps in front, and they kind of have a little duel.
Yeah,
as they go, and she sends Slytherin down to the dungeons, and then looks at Potter and just goes, "It's good. It does me good to see you." And I was just like, "Oh yes,
yeah,
all right, here we go."
It's awesome.
How many? What's your? Tell us yours, Spencer, and then I want to know what the count is of Harry Potter actors that are no longer with us.
I mean, it's a good amount. My favorite moment is the moment that I already referenced, saying like I've always wanted to cast that spell.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. And what was the Harry Potter people? So Dumbledore has passed. Alan Rickman,
Both
Snape
of
has
them.
passed. Oh yeah, both Dumbledores have passed. Who
The dad, not the dad, but like his evil
Hagrid.
uncle.
Hagrid passed
Oh my
away.
God.
Richard Harris.
Oh
No,
yeah,
that's
the Dursley
Dumbledore. That's
passed
Dumbledore.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, did the kid pass away too?
No,
Just the
no.
Uncle Vernon.
Dumbledore.
Uncle Vernon passed away. That guy.
Yeah, I think he did pass away. Yep.
It's like 6 or 7
It's a
people
good
at
amount
least,
of
like
people.
main cast members. That's crazy.
I
man.
believe the guy that played the werewolf in like the later movies, he died.
Yeah.
Remember
Greyback
Greyback or whatever
was
his
like
name was?
It was a weird like freak accident, I think, too. How
Yeah, he
passed.
died
Yep.
young. I think he was in his 30s.
Yep. I mean, Harry Potter
Tom
cast need
Felton's
to be a little bit more
career.
careful. That's all I gotta
Anton
say.
Yelchin died.
He's not in Harry Potter, but yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
feels like he
just-
should be though.
That's just other
Oh, you mean
celebrity
Emil
cast.
Hirsch? Check out our
Uh,
episode on Into the Wild for
Yeah.
my bad mistake. I thought Emil Hirsch was dead.
All right,
Wow.
so R.I.P. Maggie Smith, Dame Maggie Smith, dead at 89. Okay,
Aw.
Wicked Part 1 is nearly 3 hours long. I just wanted to.
It's a part 1.
Yeah.
Wait,
so,
what? They have
Oh,
not
wow.
advertised this as part 1 at all. I've seen the trailer
So
like 50 times.
exactly. They're deliberately doing that because they think putting part 1 in front of the title or after the title is just like that's going to turn audiences away because no one's
would.
going to want to see a part 1. Exactly. Because
Yeah.
at this point
Why
it's
release
a
a
fucking
post?
gimmick. It's bullshit. So
Like,
and also the musical, which I've never seen. Apparently the stage musical it clocks in at like 3 hours. And this is Wicked Part 1 and that's going to be nearly 3 hours. It's
So
directed
the-
by John M. Chu, who did like Into the Heights and Justin Bieber documentary, did G.I. Joe Retaliation,
Sure.
He's done some other stuff. Yeah. Ariana Grande is like she has a huge role in the movie. And then they're gonna campaign her for supporting actress for some reason. So,
oh, I
What is
swear
that?
to
I've seen the
God.
trailer and I couldn't care any less. So I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer or if you guys have any anticipation for this movie. It comes out the same weekend or same day as Gladiator 2. It's like the Thanksgiving week or weekend. So I think I
Wow.
know what I'm gonna see. And
The
what
Wicked
I'm not gonna see.
Gladiator 2? The Wicked...
Gladict.
What?
What?
That doesn't work. I thought Jeff Goldblum was the wizard, not a goat. I'm just confused now.
So yeah, are you guys gonna go see Wicked Part 1?
No,
Nearly 3
No.
hours long.
Probably not.
Absolutely
Like,
not. No
I
interest.
love The Wizard of Oz, but the fact that they're like, oh no, we're gonna make the Wicked Witch, we're gonna make her good. She's just misunderstood. It's like, no, she's evil. Sorry, you can't deviate away from that and make me happy. So I will probably not be seeing this, but I know it's probably gonna make a boatload of money because Wicked is like one of
You
the
think
most
so?
famous musicals ever. So those people are going to want to go see an adaptation of it, especially with Ariana Grande.
I mean, I think you're onto something. I'm very curious to see how it is going to perform. I mean, it is Wicked. I mean, everyone knows what Wicked is, even if they haven't seen the stage musical. Just like that property, that IP's just been around for so long. It's got Ariana Grande, so yeah, you're right. You got that kind of demographic, that that fan base going out to go see this movie. Thanksgiving weekend, people are going to be free. People are going to want to go see something. But yeah, 3 hours long and being a part 1 and just the trailers alone, I just have no anticipation and no excitement for the movie. So
You're
Is
not.
this
Yeah.
Horizon,
And the fact that it
American
is-
Saga?
3 hours and a part 1 is just like, why?
Dude,
Fucking A.
you're not bringing your kids to a almost 3-hour movie on Thanksgiving. They're gonna be like
True.
wanting
It's
to
a
like
kids'
run
movie.
around the theaters and shit. Yeah, like this is way too long to be. I know it's not like geared toward kids, but like if you're going into the theater on Thanksgiving weekend, you're not gonna go see Gladiator with your kids. You're gonna probably go see this. Come to find out, it's almost 3 hours long and leave halfway through because it sucks. It's like the trailer looks terrible. Again, I've seen it at AMC 40 to 50 times. Every single time I go there, it plays, and it just looks worse every single time I see it. Ariana Grande, to me, as a 29-year-old white male, is not a draw. I don't care that she's in the movie. That doesn't make me want to go see it
Are
more.
you sure?
Absolutely. I know that typically it would be, but I don't think she's a good actress. I don't even think her music is that good. And I
What has
don't.
she been in a movie before? Like, oh well, I mean Disney Channel. I guess she did
she-
start as like a a Disney Channel star. And
Don't Look Up.
She
Was
was pretty funny in that.
Oh yeah,
but
she was like
because
a
DiCaprio has
version
that
of
weird
herself,
quip
right?
with her.
She like played
she's
herself
like,
or like a
oh, you just
exaggerated.
performed. I heard that was good.
I don't want to like diss on
Yeah.
Ariana Grande. I mean, she
I'm
is
not,
talented,
but-
and like, I mean, she definitely. I mean, she has a lot to prove here, I guess, as far as like her performance goes. Like, we'll see how she is because she's, I guess, like a big kind of the co-lead of the film, so she's going to be in a lot of it. And I'm sure that her music will be great. So she might, sneak like a best original song if they do a new song. So.
Probably, yeah. I
Who
don't know.
knows?
Who
knows?
She's Glinda.
If there was a small chance of me seeing it before, this is much smaller considering the length of the film.
I think that's all I wanted to say here. Yeah, just like, are you kidding? I'm seeing Gladiator 2 times before I see this. This other news, I don't know why I picked it, just mainly because it was last minute and I needed something, but I didn't even know this was happening. A Bane and Deathstroke team up film is being planned under James Gunn's DC Studios with the Captain America 4 writer. No director is attached. What? This is just like a random announcement that just happened like yesterday. I don't know if it's
happening in Hollywood.
It's got to be
I feel like
a new
falling
cast.
apart.
I mean,
is that like going to be with Tom Hardy's Bane?
I know it can't be because it's under James Gunn's new DC Studios. So I mean, they're doing Superman's going to kick off really the whole new slate of movies that comes out next summer. And then I think they're doing some other shows and some movies, but they haven't really announced their full like slate or their new lineup. I mean, they're doing like a Supergirl movie with Millie Alcock, and I mean that could be cool, but
that'll get me in the theater. Talk about a movie that'll get me in the theater.
For this, I'm sure it's going to be a new cast and it's going to be a different thing. But with Bane and Deathstroke, just like two Batman villains as a spin-off movie, I don't give a shit. But if it's like a buddy cop kind of movie, if they get like a really fun director and they cast two really fun actors, I'm for it, sure. But nothing about this really gets me excited. If anything, I'm just like, what is happening with DC Studios right now?
Well, you think that they saw Deadpool and Wolverine and the success that had, and they're like, "Oh, we can copy that."
That's true.
Exactly why.
Similar.
Made over $1 billion. So yeah,
we got who is Deathstroke if not Deadpool?
Characters. Yeah,
Deathstroke is literally Deadpool, but yellow and black.
Deathstroke was that Will Smith in Suicide Squad and Idris Elba?
No, that was
the tease at the end of Suicide Squad with John Barenthal. Doesn't he play Deathstroke?
Oh no, Joe Magdanello.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, that's right. That guy.
Okay,
you see him for like 5 seconds in an after.
Yeah, he's on a yacht.
He's on like a yacht or something. Yeah. You just see the dual swords, and people are like, "Oh my god, it's Deathstroke!" No.
And nothing came of it. Yeah.
They're trying to keep up. They're trying to prove that DC is not irrelevant anymore. But Bane and Deathstroke.
Interesting.
Like, what?
I mean, I don't know.
Like we've already got Joker and Harley Quinn coming. Like,
I mean,
I don't care enough about these characters to have them have a movie. Like,
and James Gunn has already made a DC movie with Suicide Squad. He's got Idris Elba and he's got Margot Robbie. I mean, I'm sure their schedules are booked, but like we already have characters established and like it's got like kind of a fan base behind it. It's like, why not make some more there? I don't know, but Bane and Deathstroke team up film planned. I mean, I'm very curious to see what the director, who they're gonna hire for a director. And I will say, I mean, I watched the first episode of The Penguin with Colin Farrell on Max, the Matt Reeves Batman universe spinoff show. Yeah, and the first episode was great. I loved it. I mean, I don't know if anyone else saw it, but
I saw it as well. It was really good. I mean, Colin Farrell is, like
he's going to get some awards for this.
Yeah, I mean,
he's fantastic.
Something. I mean, he's one of the most unrecognizable actors in a role that I've seen in a long time. Like I felt that way when I saw him in the Batman. That's
the
really
best
good.
thing about the show is it does actually feel a part of the whole universe. It does feel like an extension to the Batman. It's like it can be different for like TV shows and movies, especially if it's like set in the same universe. Like they're doing Dune as well this fall, so I wonder how accurate that's going to feel to the Denis Villeneuve universe he established. But the Penguin so far is great, but we'll see really what DC is going to be doing in the next couple of years. But this doesn't get me that excited.
Yeah, no, it just it seems like one of those things that might even get canceled.
True.
Was my first thought. I'm like, that's probably not going to actually happen.
You never know. And the
We'll see.
last little bit of movie news that I wanted to touch upon is it's kind of tailor made for John. Just Jurassic World Rebirth wraps filming. So
I don't get. Is that
Scarlett
Scarlett Johansson
led
What?
Jurassic World remake, or just a reboot of Jurassic Park and World, whatever. New cast, new characters, different story. From the director of Rogue One and the creator, so it's going to feel a little more naturalistic and a little more gritty, maybe a little more handheld and guerrilla style.
Okay.
Could be cool. I think that could be a fun little touch, because I didn't even see Dominion. Nate, did you see that one?
I think
No.
that was the one. What the fuck?
I saw
That was the one
Jurassic
when they got-
World.
Okay, did you see
That's
the
it.
sequel, Fallen Kingdom? You didn't even see that one? Okay, that's
Nope.
the one when I think the second half is almost like a full-on like haunted house horror movie with a velociraptor. Like a velociraptor's in a mansion for the second half of the movie, like attacking some little girl.
Oh, so Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It was like a whole like
From the director of The Orphanage, which was weird, but J.A. Bayona or something. But yeah, so this one it's a whole new cast, new characters. They announced the plot, but I kind of already forgot what that is. Set 5 years after the events of Dominion, so it's kind of a sequel.
Awesome.
The planet's ecology has proven largely inhospitable to dinosaurs. Those remain in existence in isolated environments with climates resembling the one in which they once thrived. Who gives a fuck?
Thank you.
Dude, I can't believe Scarlett
Thank
Johansson
you.
did this movie, bro. Like, you got nothing. I mean, I guess you're not in.
I mean, she's a box
Marvel
office
must be
star, I guess. You know,
I mean, she's gonna get butts in seats better than
It's a
Bryce
draw.
Dallas Howard, and Bryce Dallas Howard was able to get people in
Think
seats.
so?
So, yeah, 100%. Yeah. As long
the
as your husband is
director
more than-
intrigues me. I like his style, and I think it could be fitting with Jurassic World. I mean, he made Godzilla, and that was kind of a fun approach. But we'll see what happens with the trailer. It was all shot in Thailand, so it was kind of cool. We needed something different. I mean, Dominion just looked like garbage, and that's why I never saw it. Apparently, it was garbage from the people that did see it. So, yeah.
Was Fallen Kingdom after Dominion?
Fallen
did I ever
Kingdom
see
was
that?
no, that was 2018. That was the sequel to Jurassic World. That's with your boy Justice Smith. Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking.
I did not
God.
like Fallen Kingdom at all.
Yeah, let's
Part
move
of the reason
on.
why I
I
never
don't.
even
I
saw
don't
it.
care.
Yep. Well, no, that's it for movie news.
Oh,
That's it. Quick little stories. Nothing
right.
really too exciting is happening right now. I mean, a lot of projects have wrapped filming. Like there's a Nobody 2 coming out. There's the first trailer for the John Wick spinoff Ballerina with Ana de Armas. I don't know if you guys saw that trailer.
I saw
The
it.
Last of
on
Us season
IMDb.
2 had a little trailer. So I know we're not really covering trailers because we like to go in blind, but a lot of trailers did come out. So yeah.
Dope. All right, we got some stuff on the horizon, mostly sequels and fucking remakes, but that's the world we live in now.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw
it.
2 very random trailers when I went to the movies.
Do you remember what they were?
One was, huh?
Do you remember what they were?
One of them, I forgot what both of them are called, but one of them's Mark Wahlberg in a
Flight Risk.
plane. Yeah, so I was like, okay, no.
Directed
And
by Mel
then-
Gibson. His 5th
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What is it
Yeah.
called?
He's only made like 5 movies. Hacksaw Ridge was the last movie he made, and he got an Oscar nomination for Best Director. And
It's
this
called,
is called Flight Risk, which has got delayed to like January. So
Oh, that's
That movie,
not a
and
positive.
then a Gerard Butler, O'Shea Jackson Jr. movie.
Den of Thieves 2.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't know there was a Den of Thieves 1,
Yeah.
so I don't really
yeah.
care. Just I'm watching these trailers and I'm like, what's happening? Like, what is happening in Hollywood? They're just
not a lot.
pump out.
Not a lot.
It's-
I mean, that's
It's quantity over quality, is what it feels like. Just get it out there. We need to fill screens. I would much rather have them like re-release older movies in theaters.
That's what they've been doing pretty
They are-
aggressively this last year, because this is the year post-strike. Last year was last like a year and a half. There was a lot of strikes with the writers and the actors. So we're seeing the effect of that right now, of the shit that's coming out. It's like it's garbage bullshit movies that are being released because there was movies made during the strike, and it'll be a while before things kind of seem to be back to normal. But yeah,
I mean, we've had some good, like, smaller independent. I'm sure we'll have more of those over the next couple months here.
Yeah.
That'll save 2024 from being, not, because overall, I don't know if it's like, it's been kind of a hit or miss year for me. Like, there's a lot
this
of good
year
movies,
has been
but
pretty underwhelming.
yeah,
sure.
I would say very. Like,
Very
I was looking
underwhelming.
at my list and I'm like, I don't know if it's just I'm not diving deep into enough 2024 movies, or if there's just not a lot of great ones that are getting any sort of appraise.
there's movies in my list that have been up there for like almost the whole year, which just goes to show that there hasn't been a lot that really wowed me this year.
There are some good movies
Yeah.
that have obviously come out, but yeah, like past my 15, I'm kind of just like, yeah, I liked it. So
Past the first 15, and you have what, over 100 at this point, right? I would think.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, I mean, there just hasn't been as many like 5 out of 5s, like fantastic. Like that is one that's going to go down in like the history books type movies. I mean, there's a couple this year. I mean, we'll talk about one later in the podcast, but for the most part, it's been a little bit of a lackluster year. But we kind of expected that going into this year with all this stuff that happened with the strikes. So it'll get better. It'll get better.
Oh yeah,
But
home stretch, everybody, home stretch.
Let's move on to little Nate's choice. Why don't we?
Black and white, 1 and 2. It's Nate's choice. What you gonna do? Fight or flight.
I can.
Black and white, 1 and 2. It's Nate's choice. What you gonna do? Fight or flight. Hot or cool. It's Nate's choice. Tell me what you gonna choose.
I'm gonna go with Arnold Schwarzenegger from Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
That was out of context. Okay. Yeah. So, hi guys. It's Nate's choice.
Hello.
This one isn't a super big one this week, but I'm hoping it'll bring up some good discussions, maybe some good memories with the movies, because I went into the animation realm for this week. And I went
The Wild
off
Robot?
of nope. I went off 2 franchises that are almost benchmarks for their own studios.
Okay.
So it's going to be Toy Story
And Shrek.
versus Shrek.
Knew it. Okay.
You sick son of a bitch, dude.
Oh my god!
Because
I know this would be like
I will-
Pixar versus DreamWorks.
Spencer gave me codes to the first 2 Shreks on 4K, so I've had those on Amazon Prime. But then, of course, we're on to Toy Story 5 almost. So, yeah.
Dude.
Puss and Boots not included. I don't include those.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life, bro.
Dude, Shrek is like a meme these days. Like, there's like Shrek is still everywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
Shrek
he is not
the original meme. Like,
Yeah, he
that
was
creepy
Shrek.
bump thing with him walking through that house.
Right.
Toy Story was 1999, right? Oh,
95.
Toy Story was 5. Yeah. Toy Story 2 was
Wow.
99. Toy Story 3 was 2010.
And
Toy
Shrek
Story
was
4 was
2001,
19.
and that was like the big movie from DreamWorks. There's like, we can do this too.
Right.
And actually have it be good. But like, I love Shrek. I remember seeing that in theaters. Obviously I didn't see the original Toy Story in theaters because I was a month old,
I was a fetus. Like,
yeah, you weren't
I
even popped out yet.
I vividly remember seeing Toy Story in theaters, and like it blows my mind because I vividly remember going and seeing it in theaters, and then seeing that it came out in 95. I was like, wait a second, how the hell did I see it in theaters? But then I figured out they did a re-release in like 2000.
Yeah.
November 22nd, 1995. So Spencer, you would have been alive. So was I.
I know we were alive, but
I would have been
not,
like 7 months old.
Not primed to go to the theater, but yeah, they did a re-release, so I was able to see it in theaters because I had that distinct memory of seeing it in theaters, like the scene where Woody and Buzz were flying and trying to get back into the car at the end of the movie.
Of
but
course.
I have a clear answer. It's Toy Story. It's the Toy Story franchise. That is a staple of my. Sorry, it is. It's a staple of my childhood. I grew up loving the first one, the second one. When the third one came out, I was like, how did they make this movie this fucking good? Because I saw it in IMAX. Because I think I was in like high school when it came out, 2010. So I was like a freshman in high school. I remember going and seeing me like, oh my god, this movie is fucking fantastic. It just like hit everything that it needed to hit. And even when 4 was announced, I was like, fuck off. Like, we don't need Toy Story 4.
Don't you dare.
And then when that movie came out, I didn't even see it in theaters. I was like, nope. I heard it was great. Didn't see it in theaters. Then I watched it and I fucking loved it. I was like, god damn it.
Fourth one?
Toy Story 4. Yeah. I was boycotting. I was like, I don't want to even see this. Nate, have you even seen Toy Story 4?
Oh, I saw it in theaters, and I was like, "Why does this exist?"
But I loved it. I thought it was fantastic, and I was like, "No, it worked." So, and with Shrek, the first 2 were great. 3 and 4 can fuck off, and then Puss in Boots 2 was great. Puss in Boots 1 I don't care about. So it's like those are fun. They're funny. They're lighthearted. Toy Story just means something entirely different to me. So I got to go with Toy Story. Shrek is great. Shrek is love. Shrek is life. But Toy Story is part of me in a way, as weird as that sounds.
And now he doesn't exist.
Yeah. So I'm keeping Toy Story. Woody and Buzz can live on. Shrek can go drown in the swamp. So that's what I'm going to.
Oh, I don't know if the water's deep enough for Shrek to drown, but.
No, you only need 2 inches. John, what would you go with?
You're right about that. If Bruce Willis can die in water, then so can anybody. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, spoilers. But. Not a good send-off for Bruce Willis, in my opinion. Either way, this is a clear answer for me as well, although it is a different one. When it comes to Pixar movies, Toy Story, like, I love Toy Story, but it never resonated with me quite as much as it did with Spencer. I resonate with, like, Up, A Bug's Life, Cars even. Like, I fucking love those movies. Finding Nemo, like, I always appreciated those movies, go back to those movies way more than I did with Toy Story. Granted, they're all like inarguably fantastic films. But Shrek, man, I don't think the world will be the same without Michael Myers and Eddie Murphy. These 2 guys that shouldn't get along, that are forced to work together to save that princess and save that swamp. You can't go without it. I love Shrek. And to be fair, I don't think 2, 3, and 4 are that good. Like, but I don't think the world should be.
2 is fantastic. 2 is I would say 2 is arguably better than 1.
Okay.
I 2 is the introduction of Puss in Boots. It's an introduction to like the parents with John Cleese.
You're right.
And Julia Andrews, I think, was the mom. Those great characters that were introduced. It was just, it elevated the story and the characters. But I whatever. Shrek is dead.
You prove my point. I haven't even seen 3 and 4. Okay. Either way,
Shrek 3 and 4 are garbage.
That's fine. I remember having the 3D, like, it was like the movie in between the movie. It was like a 30-minute short or something that was like Shrek and Fiona in this like onion, and it was 3D, and they were going to like Ever After or whatever or something like that. And I watched that like a ton of times with like the red and blue 3D glasses at my house. And I've also been on the ride multiple times in Universal Studios. So I don't think Toy Story has any of that shit. So Shrek actually has given me more of an everlasting impression than Toy Story. So I'm going to go with Shrek.
Okay.
A little divisive there. Okay.
Lord Farquaad's hilarious too. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's an understatement. He's great.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it's given me a lot to think about because on one hand, I did see the original Shrek in theaters. I remember that. It has great music. Like, it takes a lot of music from the days, like Smash Mouth, when they're doing all that stuff, and very funny. Eddie Murphy as Donkey is like one of the greatest sidekicks ever. But I think Toy Story, it gives me my favorite Toy Story movie, which is Toy Story 2. I think that's like the Godfather Part 2 of animated movies. It introduces Jesse and Bullseye and the Prospector, and there's that weird guy in the chicken costume that dances around and clucks. And plus there's like the most satisfying cleaning scene in movie history when that guy cleans up Woody. gives him a polishing, paints over the name Andy and all that stuff. But I'm on the Toy Story train, I think. I did see the fourth one in theaters. I questioned why it was made. I was like, I didn't need this. But the third one made me bawl like a baby. For anyone that was like getting ready to go to college and leave home and stuff like that. Oh, it broke my heart when he's sitting there and she's holding Woody, or he's holding Woody, goes to hand it over to her, but then he pulls back. And you're like, oh. But then he sits down, he's like, I'm Woody, I'm the cowboy sheriff for this. And I was like, okay, we need one last time of Andy playing with Woody and everybody. So I'm gonna have to go towards Toy Story and keep that one around. But Shrek 1 is always going to have its place, even though in this situation it doesn't exist. But for those of you out there listening and those watching, which do you pick? You like a big green ogre who's like an onion? Or do you like Toy Story?
Wow, I like that.
You. Bo Peep!
4.5. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but that's 5 years ago. My thoughts have changed. So, and I can't hear you, Spencer. You're muted.
No, I just wanted to show it was 4.5. You liked it. You liked it.
I'm trying to download the
but it was unnecessary.
Yeah. Okay. So I think Toy Story wins then. 2 out of 2v1. So sorry, Shrek.
2v1.
That's okay.
They both exist.
More
so
better movies in the Toy Story franchise than Shrek, but both are great. Great animated.
That's okay.
franchise.
Shrek is still more popular overall in pop culture, so he's not going anywhere. Even if you guys don't want him to be there.
Shrek 5 is announced, and Toy Story 5 is announced. I think they're going to come out in the same year. So
what movie's going to make more money? Shrek.
Toy Story 5 for sure.
I'll bet that Shrek makes more money. Shrek makes more money.
Okay, well,
we should have a betting system on this show because I have it on the other show. It makes for a lot of controversy.
Save that for your fantasy dude stuff. We don't gamble over here, okay?
Bro, Toy Story 5.
Throw it in the oven.
The oven.
I am down to gamble though, but let's get into some new releases because we have a lot.
Yes, the new releases. Yes, the new releases. Yes, the new releases. Yes, the new releases.
It's on the show.
Yay.
Such a good beat. Such a good beat. Peter here live every week doing the beats.
Releases.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have couple of movies to get through on this segment here. We have The Substance, Megalopolis, and The Wild Robot. We have a movie that all three of us have seen. We have a movie that two of us have seen, and we have a movie that only one of us has seen. So let's start with the movie that all of us have seen, which is The Substance.
Ooh, Margaret Qualley Demi Moore.
Yeah. So I had never heard of this movie until the Cannes Film Festival was going on in May. This movie had a premiere, and it was kind of booked as like, oh, it's the director's follow-up of Revenge. And I was like, oh, I remember Revenge. That was a really sweet little horror movie that came out a couple of years ago, and this is her follow-up film. Has Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, Dennis Quaid. It's got a good cast. It's kind of pitches like a body horror film, and then it premiered, and the reactions coming out of the screening were just through the roof. They're like, "This is the next like Cronenberg body horror movie of the of the last like couple of years. Like this movie is just like batshit insane." It won Best Screenplay at Cannes, so it's been on my radar. I got picked up by Mubi, so it got a wide release somehow last week, so we were all able to go out and check it out. I've actually seen it twice now in theaters.
Oh, wow.
So I've seen this a couple of times now. But what did you guys know about it going into it?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing at all.
No trailer? No 100
ghosty
trailers before AMC movies? No?
No. Like you said, it was a movie that got picked up and kind of just like released. Like there wasn't a lot of hype for me going into this movie, other than word of mouth from you saying I'm going to see it again. I'm like, oh shit, well, I was gonna go see it again. I'm gonna go see it at least once. So, and obviously Margaret Qualley, I mean, is she's starting to kind of show up in more movies, and she's fantastic. So if she's in a movie, I will go see it. But yeah, the body horror stuff, not usually a draw for me.
No.
You guys have been at multiple movies with me, where this is a plot line or a feature in the film, and typically it doesn't sit well with me.
Green Inferno. Oh
yeah,
man.
I mean, there's no eating of each other in this movie, so like cannibalism, I feel like is a whole different animal for me. But when there's like actual human beings ripping out of your skin and like you're sucking out juices,
It's
and,
a crazy fucking movie. Yeah,
there's a lot going on here.
If you guys listening don't know anything about it, just the quick plot synopsis: a fading celebrity decides to use a black market drug, a cell replicating substance that temporarily creates a younger, better version of herself. And obviously herself the lead is Demi Moore, and the younger version is Margaret Qualley. Nate, you went and checked this movie out, not knowing anything about it, not seeing any trailers. What did you think of The Substance?
Yeah,
it was probably the biggest mindfuck of the year, but in a good way. It had really strong messages that me and you kind of talked about, as far as like body dysmorphia, self-image, the way Hollywood portrays people, and kind of how they look at aging celebrities and how they kind of get casted aside for newer, prettier, more, I don't want to say more talented because that can be iffy, but just a younger up and coming actress that's willing to just do what needs to be done to be in the spotlight. And this was the perfect duo for it. When I first saw Demi Moore was going to be in it and what the plot line was going to be, I thought they were going to like deep fake her into a younger version, like from St. Elmo's Fire or something. But I liked that they had a different actress play it, and it just kind of gave you it's a better, different version of yourself. So the little differences were nice. But hats off to Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley for the thing that they do in this movie, because
they go for
this
it.
Took balls. This took balls to there's just straight on nudity and right in your face, and the director, he just accepts it and just makes the crowd embrace it. There's a reason why I was like the only person in the theater for this.
Both those screenings I've been to were pretty packed. Actually, there was one walkout the first time I saw it.
Really?
Yeah, the second time I saw it, I was like, I wonder how many people are going to walk out, and no one did. But people definitely reacted, and it was hilarious. But John, yeah, you go this, especially not being a big fan of body horror. What did you think of The Substance?
Yeah, it's not typically something that I flock to. I think the last body horror movie that I saw was that David Cronenberg, or was it his? Yeah, no, it was
Crimes of the Future.
Possessor.
Crimes of the Future, and that one absolutely grossed me out. It's not typically my thing. This one's just a little bit different because I really like how it like was able to explore the older celebrity cast aside. Like, she's never done anything wrong, but she's old, so she's gonna get replaced. And Dennis Quaid plays this like fucking like I never see him in roles like this. Like, he's always in kind of like the it's almost like he's usually in like Christian films, like direct to DVD Christian themed films, and here he is in like probably the polar opposite of that, as this Hollywood exec that just doesn't give a shit. He's disgusting. Like, you don't want to be around this man. Yeah, I mean, the way that they film this movie with like just like the close-ups and the sound design, it's truly like it disgusts you, but in a very intriguing way. And I was like very confused and taken back because I've never felt that way.
Yeah,
about a film that's done like this. I'm like usually like, oh, like I want to puke and leave, but I wanted more. Which that's astonishing to me to feel that way.
the introduction to Dennis Quaid's character is like when Demi Moore goes into the bathroom, she has to use the men's restroom because the women's is out of order. And then Dennis Quaid comes in and comes right up to the camera, and it's just like framed at his mouth, like it's just like directly into the lens, just like screaming on the phone, like the most like misogynistic, disgusting things. Takes a really long, gross piss, doesn't wash his hands, and just like leaves the bathroom. Then the next scene, he's eating shrimp with those close-ups of him like dipping it in the mayo and just crunching on the sound effects of the shrimp, like the wet shrimp just like jiggling in his hand. It's just like it's so deliberate and so on the nose, but so like you said, like intriguing. This movie is like directed so well. Like she needs to be a front runner for best director because this is one of the best directed films of the year. It's so confident, it's so fearless, it's so in your face and relentless. And also the movie's hilarious. I was laughing a lot during this movie. And then when I saw it again, like I was still laughing. Like there's just like some deliberate editing jokes in the movie, like especially when Demi Moore I don't know. Well, okay, no spoilers, but basically that cut scene of like the gross butt and then it just cuts to the boyfriend's butt like behind the door. Like what was going on? Like, such a funny choice. And then obviously where it does go in the third act is just insane and so funny. And very on the nose, very tongue in cheek. But the fact that she was able to pull off what she did with this movie in get it in like a wide release is astonishing. And it was like you guys said, it was so intriguing. Like I had to go see it again. It's disgusting, it's nauseating, it made me want to puke. But like the textures are so well done, just like with the way skin looks and the way just the some of the gross effects, especially in the third act. it goes there. And it just was shocking and so much fun. It was one of the most fun times I've had in a theater in a while.
I think with like with Hollywood and stuff, like so many actors and actresses, it's like, wow, I feel like they haven't aged in 30 years. Like take a picture of like Keanu Reeves and it's like, okay, he looks like he's 30 when he's 60. So it's just like a really interesting exploration of like, what if they did this crazy idea? And it's just kind of fascinating because like it feels like there's almost like a sense of reality to it, even though it's like so completely out there, just in Hollywood where everybody wants to stay young all the time and stay relevant. But yeah, it was just sickening and intriguing and fascinating, and just I could not get enough of it. I think you mentioned the third act. That, I mean, Jesus, that was probably the biggest mindfuck since that Joaquin Phoenix movie last year. With the
Beau Was Afraid.
Beau Was Afraid, yeah. It was like that was crazier just because of I don't know what the hell I was watching, but this one was like just you could see it coming. Like I'm like, you got to stop doing that, Margaret Qualley. This is gonna be fucked up. Don't do that. And they can't help themselves, and I get it from their point of view. It's like, would you? Probably. You know, it's not affecting you per se, but the whole concept is just so bonkers. Like, I go see this movie. It's like another thing, you can't spoil it, but it's just like you have to see it to believe it.
The thing that third act is what lowered it for me, because I thought it was just way too much. Like I got what they were trying to do with it, but at one point I was almost like, okay, I understand what you're trying to do. Let's get through with it. But the performances, the way they make it feel like the 80s, but it's present time, like with this exercise videos and doing all that stuff, and the way the bathroom is all white, like that poster.
Was it modern day? Almost like, was it actually? I thought it for some reason took place in.
It's not really addressed. It's kind of like in this own little world.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but just bonkers, and like Margaret Qualley just completely taking over the life and creating that secret room, and just watching Demi Moore just deteriorate into something honestly gross, like really gross. And there were some things in this that I hadn't cringed watching something since I watched Requiem for a Dream for the first time with the hole in her back. Oh, that had me like shivers because it looked so real and just painful, and
the prosthetics were really good in this movie.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how much was legit. I'm sure like some of it had to be
There's
CGI,
one
but
sequence involving teeth and fingernails and ears, and it just goes crazy. Yeah, no, the third act is definitely a spot in the movie where you're either going to be on board or you're not. I was in fact just full on like, let's go, like why not, like let's go even crazier. So I loved where it went in the third act, but I could totally see that kind of turning somebody off because it's indulgent for sure, but it added this whole other like, I can't believe they're doing this. This is so much fun. It's just a wacky, insane fucking movie. It's a great little prelude movie for Spooktober. So if it's playing nearby, I definitely recommend going and see this. But going on an empty stomach, going knowing that you're going to get something really disgusting, really crazy, really gross. But the messages are very tongue in cheek and very on the nose. But it is they're good messages, and it's presented in a very fun and funny way. And there was a lot of things that I loved about it. So one of my favorites of the year. I'm going really big. I'm going 5 out of 5. Like this is a movie experience of the year for me. I mean, I had so much fun. I had to go and see it again. And yeah, I'm definitely picking this up on Blu-ray. Can't wait to see whatever this director does again. She's made 2 fantastic features. And she's just a fearless fucking director, and she's very confident. The editing is fantastic, and the score and just everything about this movie. Loved it. So, yeah, loved it.
It's beautiful to look at and also disgusting to look at the same time. Like it's truly like the cinematography in this movie is immaculate. The editing might be one of the most fearless things that they do in this movie, and the sound design. It's like they don't give a fuck. They're throwing it out there. Like I imagine the guy in the editing booth was like, I don't know, man. He must have been feeling some type of way. But like the
makeup, prosthetics, all of it.
Yeah, he's like, holy shit, what am I looking at? But I mean, it was crazy. I actually paid to see this movie. The only theater that had it, like where I was willing to drive, was the Regal nearby, and I ended up paying, even though I have AMC A-list. So I paid to see this movie. It deserves your money, whether it's on DVD, Blu-ray, whenever it comes out, physical media. It really just blew me away. Like I completely zero expectations, not the genre I typically want to see. But it was truly that good. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
I mean,
damn,
I loved it.
Not
the
gonna lie.
Trip me
I
up
thought you were
little
gonna
bit.
go 3. I thought you were gonna go like a 3 after seeing this movie. I'm like, John's not gonna like this, but
I loved it.
Happy. All right, go ahead.
Loved it. It was awesome.
Sweet. Yeah, no, I'm gonna match in your 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
The only flaw for me, and it's not even really a flaw, it's just up to your taste, is just where the body stuff went in that third act. But when the movie ended, I loved that it kind of bookended the beginning. I was like, okay, they kind of started on this shot and they're ending on this shot, and just the way Demi Moore just kind of just embraces it, and she's like, well, it's been a good ride, and it just kind of ends with her stardom basically. But yeah, 4.5 out of 5 from this guy. It was something else as far as theater experiences go. I wish it would get some sort of like Oscar buzz, but I have a gut feeling it's not going to.
It could. I think it's a lock in hair and makeup. I think it could sneak in. It depends on how much it stays in this conversation. Yeah, like editing, maybe screenplay. I don't think performances are going to do it. I mean, Dennis Quaid is deserving of a best supporting. I mean, like,
could you imagine?
I've never seen anything like that from him. It was so funny when I went and saw this movie. It was right next to Reagan in theaters. So it was like, oh my god, is this a Dennis Quaid takeover? Like, what's going on in 2024 at the box office? Just Dennis Quaid in so many movies. But
yeah, it's something that's worth checking out. Absolutely. I don't, and I feel like I'm a good example of somebody who doesn't typically want to see movies like this, is usually disgusted by this type of subject matter, but this is just a movie you got to see to make form your own opinion. If you disagree, I mean, I think you'll appreciate it regardless. But yeah, that's the substance.
That was the substance. Let's go with the movie that only John has seen. Let's go with The Wild Robot, another brand new release movie. I think it just came out yesterday, so Nate and I have not seen it, but John went and saw it. This is getting critical acclaim. It's been playing at festivals. It's got like a 90% Rotten Tomatoes. People say it's a lock for best animated feature at the Oscars. So, what'd you think?
Geez, sorry. Ever since the first time I saw this trailer, I was absolutely taken back by it. It looked like one of those movies where like there might not be a lot of dialogue, but it would just create like this feeling, this atmosphere of just like appreciation of the world, and you would just like, I don't know, appreciating the human experience. That was like the first thing that I thought of when I saw this. I'll give you a quick synopsis. It's an animated movie, but I think it's relevant. After a shipwreck, an intelligent robot called Roz is stranded in an uninhabited island. To survive the harsh environment, Roz bonds with the island's animals and cares for an orphan baby goose. So she kind of like forms this like motherly instinct to take care of this animal. And Pedro Pascal is a fox, like the fox sidekick of the movie. So, there is actually a lot of talking, like all the animals talk to each other throughout the movie, which came as kind of a surprise. But I loved this movie. Like it was just so wholesome and happy and empowering, and just kind of seeing this robot like a fish out of water. Everybody's scared of it, and then they all just kind of come together and embrace the situation, and there's Lupita Nyong'o is so good. Pedro Pascal is like that typical sly, like Jason Bateman Zootopia fox, but like pretty adorable at the same time. I don't know. I just felt really good watching this movie. I think everybody did in my theater. I really liked it. Do you guys plan on
see it?
Like,
do you guys plan on seeing this? Because
100%. Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I almost went today, but I didn't end up making the time. So I do really want to see it. It's got 8.4 on IMDb, 98% Rotten Tomatoes, 98 with the audience score as well. It's given me some Iron Giant vibes, like that first teaser trailer with like minimal dialogue, just like music, really sold me. I'm like, yep, this movie looks emotional. Looks like it's going to tug on the heartstrings. Looks like it could be like people are saying, the animated movie of the year. So I am very much looking forward to checking it out. Always love a good animated film. Just haven't gone to the theaters yet to check it out. Went inside different movie instead.
Yeah, the movie you saw is quite different. I will say this one's a little bit more WALL-E than Iron Giant, which isn't a bad thing. Absolutely not a bad thing.
I could see it. I could see that. All right, quick little review, but The Wild Robot, definitely add this one to your watch list because I'm sure people are going to be talking about it as we talk about the best of the year. So
yeah, it's in my top 5 of the years right now. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Really liked it.
All right.
Yeah.
Go and watch it. And the other movie that we can discuss.
Oh boy.
The greatest
I know nothing about this.
Ever.
Megalopolis, or as people
how does
are
this
saying,
have 40s?
Megaflopolis.
Mega suck it and go into a trash can. What?
So Megalopolis. This is Francis Ford Coppola's newest movie. His an entirely self-financed epic, a fable. He invested $120 million of his own money into making this movie, all shot in Atlanta. There has been so many articles about how the production was insane. It was chaotic. Apparently he groped extras on set. Who knows? He's denying it. He's suing Variety, I think, for even reporting on it. There was reports that he was just high on pot, not sure what he wanted to do, wouldn't come out of his trailer. They were just shooting things, being like, what are we doing here? So there's a lot of crazy drama going into this movie. And then it premiered at the Cannes Film Festival to some pretty bad reviews. and it was seeking distribution, and no studio would touch it, and people were calling it unmarketable, like unreleasable. Like, don't know how we're gonna even approach trying to release this movie. But turns out Lionsgate was like, fuck it, we're gonna try to do it. Failed miserably because the movie, I think, is tracking to make $4 million opening weekend on a budget of 120. Is a box office bomb. And but hey, you know, Francis Ford Coppola, he's got a new movie in theaters. He directed The Godfather. Put some respect on his name. So Nate and I, we went out to the theaters and we supported it. We paid our money to go check out Megalopolis. Did you, John, have you at least seen the trailers? Like, have they been playing trailers at AMC? Because I know you are the trailer. No, okay.
No,
I don't
I've
know
only
what
heard
the
it
marketing
from you talking about it on a previous podcast.
And you've never seen the trailers?
I don't think so. I
like
feel
not
like
even
I'd
on your
have
own on
some
YouTube.
recollect. Nope.
All right. Because it's
you gotta
like
say whatever you want about it. Don't worry about me. I'm sure.
No, I'm not going to spoil it because, like, frankly, I don't know what to even spoil. Exactly, the movie
you can't spoil this movie.
Is nonsensical. It makes no sense. It's basically like if Roman Empire is still around and it's imagined in modern day America, and especially New York City, and there's two dueling heads trying to create the next utopia for New York. There's Adam Driver trying to create his like futuristic utopia, and Giancarlo Esposito trying to create, he's the mayor, and he's trying to create like what even was he trying to create? Like just maintain the Roman Empire bullshit? I don't even know.
He was trying to maintain it because of the greed and whatnot that he was able to create from it. And,
But it's Francis Ford Coppola. He's been writing this movie since like I think the 80s or 90s. He's been trying to get it made forever. It's got a stacked cast: Adam Driver, Giancarlo Esposito, the Game of Thrones chick, Aubrey Plaza, Shia
Nathalie
LaBeouf.
Emanuel.
What's her name?
Nathalie Emanuel.
Nathalie. I always think it's Natalie, but it's not. Nathalie Emanuel, Shia LaBeouf, John Voight, who makes an appearance in this movie. Thank God. We haven't seen him in a bit. It's got Jason Schwartzman, Chloe Fineman, Dustin Hoffman. It's got a lot of people. Lawrence Fishburne. So
Grace Vanderwaal, the winner of America's Got Talent in 2017.
Yeah, she plays this like singer that comes out at one point.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Like I went into this movie, was like, all right, I know it's going to be kind of a mess, but like it can't be that bad. I remember seeing a review or a reaction coming out of this movie from somebody that was like, Francis Ford Coppola went full Tommy Wiseau with The Room. I'm like,
wow.
Okay, sure, like that's dramatic. And then as I was watching it, 5 minutes in, I'm like, holy shit, that is so accurate. What the fuck is going on in this movie? It makes no sense. I tried so hard to like pay attention, and like it's really easy to follow. It's not like it's like complex. It's just the editing makes no sense. The story really is like makes no sense. I get what he was trying to say with the messages of like, you know, like preserving like the future and leaving someone behind like that is good, but like, oh my God, it's just so fucking stupid. But Nate, what do you think of this?
It's so stupid. What do you think though?
Can I just say I second that and we move on? Because my God, the only sort of trailer that I saw from this is literally the first 5 minutes of the movie. Just Adam Driver on a rooftop. That doesn't even give anything away. That's just how it's how the movie starts. And like, oh, I don't even want to talk about it. Like that is nothing. That is nothing. That's nothing.
It's just, I mean, there are some interesting visuals for sure going on, but there's no context to really support them behind the visuals.
Like,
it's just like
is it not
the most
just
random thing. And then there's some things that look like the cheapest thing. Like, did they just shoot this in like a fucking alleyway, like behind the studio? Like, what is happening? And all with the costumes, there's line deliveries from Adam Driver where he's like, go back to the club and like go do your dance, and like, who are you? Like, what? It's just
is it not trying to be like a modern day like Roman Empire like
that's
like
what it
narrative?
Yeah.
Like but like there's nothing to it?
It's literally if you took Rome from its time, put it in New York in 2024 and then just replaced all of the Roman heads with celebrities.
And then the typical love story of like the dueling people, and like a guy falls in love with the mayor's daughter, and that's his enemy. And like, there's like, are we going to be friends because now I'm going to have a baby with your daughter? And it's like, what's happening here? There's greed and blackmail. And
I was having like Baz Luhrmann, Romeo and Juliet vibes, where it was like Romeo and Juliet set in like modern Los Angeles or whatever.
Yeah.
This was just so unnecessary. Like, there was a shot of Nathalie Emmanuel and Adam Driver going up in an elevator, and it looked like The Room. Just they were in focus, but everything around them was just blurry, like landscapes, and the shots of them on the roof with stuff, and just Shia LaBeouf dressed up like
cross-dressing, and then there's no context behind his character. It's so stupid, dude. Yeah.
And there's like this wife that has something to do with it, but she's never really mentioned. And Adam Driver's just this prophet, if you want to call him that just
can stop time apparently.
Like, and he created this stuff that's supposed to be indestructible to help create this new utopia called Megalon. And he's just almost feels like he's on the spectrum to a point. Not that that's a bad thing, but in this, it's just very misplaced. And Giancarlo Esposito is just the stereotypical mayor, and Dustin Hoffman is his crappy little sidekick. And
everybody seemed like they were in a different movie. Like, nobody seemed like they were on the same page, and that had to have been because Francis Ford Coppola didn't know what to do. Like, he probably was just way too in over his head with the modern day technology and just the ambitiousness behind the story. I don't know, man, but it just,
if I can sum this up, this is what my theater experience was.
Okay, I have one
walk in
to go after.
There's one other guy in there, and he leaves 40 minutes in.
Okay, I wanted to leave like 4 times. Yeah,
and I never think that even if a movie's like stupidly bad, I might be able to get excited. When they went to like, they referenced the Coliseum, and it's just this like studio built arena type of thing. I'm sitting there going, should I just cut my losses and just go watch Wild Robot? Like, should I just go do that?
It's not too late. Not too late to go
I know,
see
but
Wild
like,
Robot.
if this was gonna be a train wreck, I want to say that I saw it in theaters.
Well, you did,
and it was like, but and we're crapping on this.
What is he holding? Like a protractor? What the fuck is that even?
A protractor.
Is he like a mathematician or something? Like, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
He's like an architect or he's Caesar. His name's Caesar.
But
Milan?
But he freaking
is he like Jackson Gallagher?
It ended, and I was like, that kind of went by fast. But the reason it did is because there were so many different things going on that just didn't flow coherently.
Dude, there's like a 20-minute
I was scrolling through
sequence.
TikTok, just like, oh, there's a new thing. Oh, there's a new thing. And by the time I'm done, 3 hours have gone by, or 2.5.
So do you guys feel as though your time was wasted?
A little bit.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, 100%.
I wish he stopped my time.
There was like a 20-minute, like, just drugged out sequence where the characters were taking drugs and just like hallucinating, going crazy, and it was just like insane editing, crazy camera shots, just like random scenes going on, and there was like a chariot race and match and gladiator fights and like song performances, and there was like conspiracy and blackmail going on this like projector screen. I literally like pulled my sweatshirt over my head and was just like, what the fuck is going on?
There was
I was just like, get me out of here. I did not see the end in sight. I was just like, I feel tortured sitting here watching this right now, but I had to just see it through.
Shia LaBeouf being forced to lick Aubrey Plaza. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Like,
I mean, I don't think anyone would be
forcibly.
forced to do that.
I don't think he forced. I mean, he's
Well,
done
no,
some
I wouldn't be
crazier
forced, but
movies.
in this movie, he was being forced
And
down
she
there.
was,
And
she was okay. She was having fun, and I did
her
actually
name was
have.
Wow.
Her name was Wow
Wow
Platinum.
Platinum.
And
Wow
she was
Platinum.
a reporter that was sneaking around. And like, there's one line too where she was like, "Caesar, you're so anal, but me, I'm so oral," and like tries to give him head. I was like,
Oh my god.
"What?
Okay.
Was that? Did I hear that right? Like, what is this?" But hey, it's it's original. There's no
It's a
movie
movie.
like it. There's no movie like it that exists. It is one of a kind. And it's not Toy Story 17. It's not The Lion King, Nala's Revenge. It is Megalopolis. It's Francis Ford Coppola
Is that a
doing
movie?
his thing. The two movies I just made up, but they're just
okay.
legendary sequels, legacy sequels to franchises we know, where this is just a wholly original new idea, new thing. So it's like, sure, okay, cool, but it just did not work for me at all. The best comparison, or the best way I can put it, is it reminded me of that scene in American Beauty where the guy's like, "Hey, can I show you a movie that I made?" And it's just a plastic bag just floating in the wind, and she's like, "What?" That's what this whole movie felt like. So
I'd rather watch that for 2.5 hours.
To be honest, me too, because I would never watch this again. John, I can't wait for you to go and see this, because I want to know your opinion.
I don't know why I ever. Why would I? I don't think I watched this movie unless it's like my punishment for not doing my challenge.
Honestly, hey, you nailed it. You fucking nailed it. You need to get 15 movies, or you have to buy Megalopolis on 4K or Blu-ray, and you have to fucking sit and watch it, and you have to make a fucking YouTube short out of it. Okay, so that is your punishment.
You can't use your phone while you're doing it. You can't eat any food. You have to sit in
your phone. Your phone is going to be filming it, so you're going to have to. Yeah, that is your punishment. Thank you, perfect. Because this movie is a 1 out of 5. This is one of the worst movies of the year. I'm sure I'll be discussing it as we get to the end of the year when we make our kind of yearly recap podcast. But this movie is just a dumpster fire. I hated it. I hated this movie. So,
I feel like this doesn't happen very often. At least,
no, not really.
He's usually pretty positive about like most movies. He's able to find something good about them. But damn,
I mean,
this is from world-renowned like The Godfather director Francis Ford Coppola.
And it's funny because I saw this, and then the next movie I watched was Wolves, the George Clooney Brad Pitt movie that just came out. We don't have to talk about it, but that movie was almost like a Best Picture winner compared to whatever the fuck this was. So yeah,
damn.
Nate, what's your grade?
Okay. I went a tiny bit higher, but my grade was based solely on the fact that this is Francis Ford Coppola. He's still attempting to direct movies that are still going to theaters. I respect that. It was really cool seeing his name up on the big screen. I respect it. I gave it a 1.5. But that is only strictly based on the fact that he is still around and directing, and Nathalie Emmanuel is probably my favorite performance in this movie next to Shia LaBeouf. But that's not saying much because they have nothing to go from here. The movie was just as flat and bland as the CGI that they used for the shots. I would much rather watch Apocalypse Now Redux on repeat for 24 hours and instead of watch this a second time. So
yeah, I mean, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. So
or you can just stop time.
Yeah, sure.
You just stop time right there.
Not you, me. Yeah. I'm Furiosa.
Anyways, so that's Megalopolis.
Flop a lot.
That was a good one, dude.
2.5 Letterboxd, 5.4 on IMDb, 49% audience score. Made, I think, $4 or $5 million in the box office. It's going to be John's punishment if he does not watch 15 Blu-rays by the end of the year. So we'll get his thoughts or video on that later. So
if that doesn't give you incentive to just watch those movies, just on your day off, just watch 4 of them. Say fuck it. just
It really does. I
knock
mean,
them
I have a
all
lot
out.
of. I wouldn't have bought most of these movies if I didn't want to watch them. So it's not like it's a punishment to watch my movies, but this would certainly be a punishment.
This would be a punishment. This
Yeah.
one, yeah. I
And
had
you
a
have to bring
headache
in
today with
Choki
the
and
movie.
Steven
Yeah.
too.
I was gonna ask if that was gonna be part of the punishment, is I have to force them to watch it too and be like, "This is gonna be really good. I swear to God."
Yeah, you have to sell it as a blockbuster and then watch it and just film their reaction.
I'm down. What did I just watch? Something. Wait, what did I just watch with them? I didn't put it on my
You
list.
went and watched the movie?
Why do I not remember what the hell we just watched? Hold on. Let's move on. And I feel stupid right now that I don't remember because we watched a film and I completely erased it from my memory, and it was good.
Was it a new release? Was it Thelma?
No. Well, we've watched that before. We watched that a couple months ago.
And you didn't log it?
No, I logged it. Thelma's my number 2 on the year.
No,
Have you not
this
looked at it?
movie that you can't seem to think about right now. You haven't logged it.
I don't think I logged it.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Sorry.
Come on. Was it Wolves? With
No.
George Clooney and
No,
Brad Pitt.
Was it that Halle Berry movie?
No, it was a movie I watched. It was like an Apple TV $6.99 rental or something like that. Oh wait. What the fuck was
Apple
it?
TV's $6.99 rental.
Yeah, the viewers are like, oh my god, they're like screaming at their screen right now,
As if they know exactly what you're talking about. You've given no details on this movie. Like, was there?
I
What was it about? What was it about? I mean, was there an
don't
actor you remember? Was there, the director by any chance? I mean, like, come on, like, give me some details.
No, hold on.
You can't be
I
that
gotta-
guy already. You can't be that guy that just has like no clue. Like, oh yeah,
New
I
releases,
saw this
new
great
releases. I'm
movie.
going
I don't
through-
know a thing about it.
Did it have Blake Lively in it?
Yeah, was
Nope.
It Ends With Us? No. Was it a TV
No.
show? Was it Blink
No,
Twice?
I'm just give me a fucking
If-
second.
No.
Hold
You've
on.
had time.
I'm going to Apple TV. I'm trying to go to the store.
Nate,
Yeah,
have you seen
whatever. I
anything
bet it was
recently?
If. Huh?
Just give me a second.
Nate, have
please,
you seen
hold
anything
on.
recently?
Probably not new releases because we probably would have talked about them, but I have been making very good progress on my goal. I went from needing to watch
I
22
know now.
Best Picture winners. I'm down to 9.
Damn. That's impressive. Alright.
It was a very scary movie.
Okay.
It was very spooky. It took place in mostly one location. It was in Ireland, or
Was it Oddity?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't
Well,
seen that yet.
That's out on Shudder on yesterday.
Yes, we watched that on Wednesday, and it was 4 out of 5.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's the first time watch next week.
Tune into
Tune in.
Spooktober.
Yeah, first time watch October. All right, so let's move on. We got some trivia to get through here, and
Oh
it's
my
gonna be
God.
a
Yeah.
little Nate versus John in Ducky's trivia.
Do you have the answer for what I'm about to ask?
Ducky's trivia question.
Yeah.
Quack quack, bitches. I'm here as an I am.
All right. All right. That was just.
It's
That
the
hurt my-
not you, May.
It's the British
yeah,
accent. It's
right.
the
You're
Hermione
right.
Granger element. It's the fact that she's never said it in the movie.
Wait, what? She said that. It was in the
Yeah.
director's cut. I have access to it. You don't.
Anyways, you do? Wait, do you own Furiosa? Did you buy it and not tell us? What was
Wait.
that comment?
No,
Did
I don't
you just
have
lie. Okay, well, fuck off.
Yeah,
then.
that was.
So in Ducky's trivia today with Nate versus John, it's gonna be first to 10 points, and each time I go back and forth, you guys are gonna have choices with the category. We have comedy or cartoon, we have action or adventure, drama, musical, and horror sci-fi. So you guys can pick what category you want. So we're gonna see what happens. First to
Okay.
10
Individual
points.
questions. Like
Individual
I get
questions.
one, he gets one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna do steals. I just
No
if you don't
steals.
get if you
Oh,
don't know it, then it is what it is. I'll just say the answer. You guys can play along at home if you're listening. You can be shouting the answer at your speakers or just as you're on a walk or something, or just comment. Let us know. So we're gonna start with Nate. Okay, so those are your categories on the screen below. What do you want first?
I'm gonna go away from what I normally would. I'm gonna go with musical.
Drama or musical?
Mm.
Musical.
Okay, well, it's not it's not going to necessarily mean a musical. It's going to be either a drama or a musical. These are the categories: action adventure,
I'm
drama
picking
musical, horror sci-fi, comedy cartoon. All right.
All right, drama
So,
musical
You
for
can't pick
400.
drama
That's not fair.
musical. Okay.
So I can't steal
So
them?
cannot steal.
Okay. All right. I'll sit here patiently.
Nate, your question here. Drama musical. I don't know why this applies, but it does. Walt Disney was nominated for how many Oscars? We have 39, 49, or 59.
Walt Disney himself?
How many was he nominated for? For 39, 49, or 59?
Wait, what? The man?
The man himself, Walt Disney.
I'm going to go with 39.
39? Okay. The answer. Oh, here we go.
Wrong.
Were the Oscars even around? Because if he wasn't alive, that
was
doesn't
nominated for 59. He won 26.
What? How did?
There you go.
As like a producer? Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
They made a lot of shorts and stuff.
That seems like a fake question. There's no way he had 20.
Very
What?
weird.
All right. Terrible first question. Let's see where we go from here.
Walt Disney, right there, nominated for 22
Yeah, it's
Oscars.
fact.
Okay.
Yep.
So
One
you guys can
120.
suck it.
All right. Well, he also
122,
hated.
but
a
he was
certain
but
demographic.
nominated 50 more. Look at the list. Look at the
59,
list. Look at the list, man.
126.
Okay.
What the fuck? Best short. Well, because like who else was making animated shorts back then? Nobody. So of course he's gonna get nominated.
You know who was? This guy, Walt Disney. Okay.
Congrats.
This guy.
Look at that mustache,
Those
fella.
are nice. And we're
Oh.
gonna bring him back to life in like 2065.
Fake question, my ass. Get real. All right. So unfortunately, no points
I
on the
suck.
board. John, your categories. What do you want?
Oh, I would like comedy cartoon, please.
Comedy cartoon. Okay. For you. Who wrote A Fish Called Wanda? Was it John Cleese, Terry Jones, or John Landis?
I believe that was John Cleese.
That is correct.
Never heard of it.
It was John Cleese. Oh, it's one of my favorite comedies. John Cleese is in the movie. Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Kline, John Cleese. It's a funny movie.
When did it
Okay.
come out? Like 70s or something?
I think in
90s.
the 90s. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
90s.
All right.
All
I'll take
right.
a point. Do I have to
Take a
keep track
point.
myself?
Please keep track yourself. Yes.
Okay. All right. So
Nate, back to Nate. Your categories. What do you want?
All right, I'm behind now. Give me horror sci-fi.
smart.
Horror,
Smart.
sci-fi. Okay, here we
If I
go.
was smart, I'd pick those every time, but I like to keep it.
We should make it so you have to pick a different category every time.
Okay, no. Horror, sci-fi. Nate, who was the original Wolfman? Lon Chaney Jr.?
Lon Chaney
Or-
Jr.
oh.
Sorry.
I was giving you multiple choice, but you got it right. That is
Oh,
correct. Lon Chaney Jr.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh,
I
it's
just
okay.
knew it already.
That's all right. If you knew it, multiple choices were Lon Chaney Jr., Boris Karloff, or Bela Lugosi, and you knew it. So perfect. Got
His
a
name's
point.
Long
1-1.
Long Chaney Jr.
Lon.
Lon
Like a lawn.
Chaney Jr. Lon. Lon. Lon.
Crazy name. Crazy name. I
Long.
love that.
There was a
Okay.
Lon Chaney too, his father.
All right. Back
Oh.
to you, John. Here we go. 1-1. What do you
Watch
got?
it.
What category you want?
Give me action adventure.
Action adventure. Here we
Yeah.
go. Okay.
Wanna-
Action
Yeah.
adventure.
Daniel Radcliffe is Harry Potter in how many movies? 5, 4,
Whoa.
2,
8.
1.
Okay. I didn't
I'm like, you
I
had
didn't
the
know there was a time
You had to be
limit.
quick. Yeah, I had to be quick with that one. It was an easy one, so you just had to
Well,
be
I
quick.
know, but like I didn't know there was a time limit.
You got it. Okay.
8. All right.
8. I mean, people might think 7, but no.
Why do I
part,
just why
part
is
1,
there a
part
time
2,
limit all of a sudden? That's not fair.
because it was easy.
Just cause.
All right. 2-1. Back to
Okay.
Nate. Category. What do you want?
Comedy cartoon.
Comedy cartoon. Okay. A chameleon wearing a tropical shirt trying to help out a small desert town is voiced by what actor?
That would be Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Michael Sarah.
Johnny Depp and Rango. Very underrated film.
Rango.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Directed
We
by
should
Gore
do that.
Verbinski.
We
All
should
right.
do that on the show.
Yeah, maybe at some point. Have you seen it? Have you never seen it?
Yeah, I've seen Rango.
So
we
we've all
can't
seen
watch
it then. Can't watch
Yeah.
it. Sorry. All
I
right.
haven't
Wait,
seen it.
at least give him the correct thing. There you go.
Correct.
You earned that. You earned that, Nate.
All right, back to John. Category. What do you want?
Man, let's go over to comedy cartoon again.
Comedy cartoon again. Okay. Let's go with this one. In this 2013 comedy, Seth Rogen, James Franco, and other stars star as themselves during the apocalypse. What's the movie?
That would be This Is the End.
This is the end. You got it. All right. Back to Nate.
Let's go.
I will do action adventure for 300.
Action adventure for a point. Who commands the Black Pearl in the first Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh.
Like
the actor or the character?
Character.
Oh.
I mean, if you can get the actor, I'll give it to you. But I'm looking for character.
Yeah. Like either's fine.
It's Jeffrey Rush's character, isn't it?
Ooh, yeah,
I don't remember.
I kind of want to give it to you then.
I
did say, yeah, because people might think it was Jack Sparrow. So you got the right character. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
What's his character name?
Captain Barbosa.
Yeah, Barbosa.
Okay, see, I wouldn't have remembered that very well.
It's all good.
But thank you. I'll take it.
You got it. What's the point check? What do we got here on the board? 3-3. All right. Back to John.
You have not missed it. Well, I guess Nate missed the first one. I can't remember. No.
I missed the musical question.
John, category. What do you want?
Let's go drama musical. Let's go drama musical. Fuck it.
Drama musical.
A lot of dramas out there. A lot of musicals.
All right. Who plays the professor in My Fair Lady?
The fuck is that? Jason Schwartzman.
Jason Schwartzman. Nope. I'm gonna allow a steal here. Nate, do you know?
Whoa! What the fuck? No.
I'll allow a steal on your own question. Again for you. No worries. Because it's not really. I don't know. Because if Nate can pull this off, I'd be surprised.
I don't even.
I know what his character's name is, but that's not point worthy.
Who plays the professor in My Fair Lady?
Am I close with Jason?
No. I don't know if he was even
alive.
I know this isn't right, but I'm gonna go with Richard Burton.
Richard Burton. All right.
Oh, that would have
looking for Rex Harrison.
Harrison. Okay.
Good old Rex.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
That was my next guess.
Yeah. All right, John, Nate. What do you want for a category?
Well, I've done all the categories so far, so I'm gonna go back to Old Faithful, horror sci-fi.
Horror sci-fi. All right. True or false? The alien in Enemy Mine is male.
In what?
Enemy Mine.
False.
Enemy Mine. True. Okay, you got it. False.
Wait.
You're hitting this man with true or false questions, and I get fucking who's the professor in My Fair Lady?
Hey,
dude, you got Harry Potter.
Okay,
the easiest of all of them.
Right. Either way.
Some of these are easy, some of these are challenging, and some of these are what the fuck is that? All right, back to John.
I'll take action adventure, please. Thank you.
Action adventure. You got it. In Fellowship of the Ring, where does Gandalf fall?
Where does Gandalf fall?
Yeah.
Mordor.
No. That is
I don't know.
Mount Doom.
That's not.
No.
Okay.
Looking for Moria.
Oh Jesus, that was pretty close.
No.
Moria, and I said
Moria.
Mordor. Man,
Yeah,
that's pretty close,
sorry.
man.
All right, back to Nate. Category. What you want?
Drama musical.
I needed that.
Drama musical. Michael Shannon plays a man who is convinced a storm is coming in which 2011 drama?
Take Shelter.
Yeah.
Take Shelter. That's it. You got it. All right. Point check on the board. What do we got?
I get my
5.
5-3, Nate.
5-3, Nate. Okay, here we go. John, you need some points here.
Give me drama musical. Seen a lot of dramas.
Musical. Leaving Las Vegas earned both Nicolas Cage and Elizabeth Shue Oscar nominations, but who won?
Nicolas Cage.
There you go. Okay, on the board. Nate?
Let's go with action adventure.
What was John Wayne's last movie? The Shootist, Rooster Cogburn, or Brannigan?
I'm John Wayne at the first Thanksgiving Pilgrims.
The third one.
Brannigan?
Yeah.
Looking for The Shootist.
Oh, I don't get to steal though.
No steal.
Did you
No
know?
steal.
It's okay. He didn't win on the steal, so I don't think you need to owe me a steal. I'm just joking.
No, I'll give you a steal at some point here. But John, what category you want?
I'm gonna take drama musical again, please.
What was Whoopi Goldberg's first feature film and Oprah's first movie ever?
They're both in it.
Yep.
Was it The Color Purple?
The Color Purple. Perfect.
I was going to
There you go.
ask for a steal if that was the case because
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say
know
Ghost,
this
and then you said
one.
Oprah. So
Yep.
I'm going horror sci-fi again, Chief.
What is missing from The Birds that is common in almost all other Hollywood movies?
A soundtrack.
wow,
Musical score. I'm gonna give it to you. Yep.
there's no score.
No score in that movie. Yep.
It's all just birds.
Yeah.
Really.
Shit,
And
I need to-
Go into the Those Movie Dudes archives and listen to a first time watching episode of The Birds, which came out a couple months ago. All right, John, what do you got? Categories.
Give me drama musical again. Let's keep running
Drama
it back.
musical. What Martin Scorsese thriller has Leonardo DiCaprio as a 1940s federal marshal, Teddy Daniels?
Shutter Island.
That is correct. All right.
Let's go.
Nate?
6-6.
Comedy cartoon.
What is James P. Sullivan's nickname in Monsters Inc?
Let me just give Nate the
Sully.
point. There we go.
Sully.
If he misses that, I'll fucking come on. I'll quit the
James
show.
B. Sullivan.
Just making sure. Okay,
Isn't James
John.
P. Sullivan his nickname? He's fucking Sully. Okay, what the hell?
John, categories.
Let's go drama musical. It's been working so far.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Keep
Okay.
it going.
In
You're gonna give me a hard
Citizen
one.
Kane,
Fuck
what is
you.
Rosebud?
Oh, Rosebud's a sleigh, like a sled.
Yep. Children's sled. Okay.
Let's go.
Nate.
Action adventure, please.
Oh,
Okay. All
I'm
right.
going all across the board.
What is Indiana Jones's dad afraid of?
His dad?
What is Indiana Jones's dad afraid of? Because we know Indiana
Snakes?
Jones is afraid of snakes.
hey,
Oh, I knew, but I'm gonna say snake.
can I steal?
Nope. Steel. Yes. John.
Spiders.
Spiders?
Fire.
Looking
The
for
rats.
rats.
Oh, I knew it was another
looking for
fucking animal.
rats. All
it.
good. All good.
There,
All
now
right.
we're even.
That's
we get a
good
score
questions.
check. What's the score check?
7-7.
7.
7-7. All right. All right. Back to
And it's 7:07 right now.
John.
Well, that's crazy. All right, give me action adventure.
As of 2013, actually, yeah, that still applies. I guess it still applies as 2024. How many James Bond movies have the word gold in the title? How many James Bond movies have the word gold in the title?
Can this be a steal?
This can be a steal.
I don't know James Bond very well. I know there's at least one.
You're looking off screen. Are you Googling?
No, I'm not. I
Okay.
have
All
my
right. Just making
no,
sure.
no, my hands are in the air. I'm gonna go 2.
Is it 3?
Oh my god, I almost said
Can you
3.
name them?
I forgot about Golden. Oh, sorry. Can I name them?
Yeah, you got the point, but can you name them?
Damn.
Man with the Golden Gun,
Yep.
Golden Eye,
Yep.
and
Gold.
Goldfinger.
Yes. Okay. You got it.
I was thinking gold member. That's awesome power.
That's awesome.
A
Powers.
gold member.
All
a
right.
gold member.
8-7. Back to Nate coming off of the steal. What do you
really
want for
needed that fucking
What do you want for
Indiana Jones
category?
steal.
I will go with horror sci-fi, my friend.
Horror sci-fi. All right. What movie is considered to be the first horror film? Nosferatu, Frankenstein, or The House of the Devil?
House of the Devil.
Yeah, it has to be because like I've
The
never heard
House
it.
of the
course it is.
Devil. 1896 was the year. I didn't
It
even know that.
implements a bunch of like jump
See, I would have
cuts
said Nosferatu. Okay,
to make it. Yeah.
cool.
I feel like those are beta. That's a good question because Nosferatu and what was the other one? Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, those
Frankenstein.
are like you would think it would be those, but you've never heard of House of the Devil, so why would it be that if it's not actually that? You know.
It's funny. We watched Frankenstein and Brad of Frankenstein at work on Thursday. We just had it on because it was a rainy,
Hell yeah.
spooky kind of day, fall day.
It's 9-7, Nate. Question
Okay.
to me here. All right.
Question:
here we
What do you
go.
want for category?
Oh, geez. Give me comedy cartoon.
What is the name of Dr. Evil's cat in Austin Powers?
Mr. Bigglesworth.
Mr. Bigglesworth is Correct.
Let's go.
Damn. There was multiple choice, but you already went like as if you knew. I'm like, oh shit, does he know?
I know because
boom.
my stepfather John
Alright.
had a cat named Mr. Bigglesworth, and it was after
enough.
that.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go drama musical for the win.
What independent movie took home the Best Picture Oscar in 2009?
The Artist?
Can I steal?
First deal.
Slumdog Millionaire?
Damn.
All right, that's a tie.
9-9?
9-9. Okay, so if Nate gets the next question right, then I get another question. But if I get it
No,
wrong,
it's your question because that was mine.
Oh,
so
you're
you
right.
can win right here.
That's true because Nate started the game. So if I get it right, I win.
Okay.
I was
Give
gonna
him a
say
hard one.
Waiting for category.
All right.
Go horror sci-fi, bro. You didn't
Okay,
do
fuck it.
any
I'll
of
do
those.
horror sci-fi. Give me horror sci-fi to make it
You
to
sure?
even whatever. Yeah, of course.
All right, horror sci-fi. John for the win.
Yep.
What are the aliens in District 9 nicknamed?
Cephalopods or something?
Cephalopods?
Fuck.
Forest Steel?
I don't know.
I feel like that's pretty
You don't know?
close.
Okay. Looking for prawns.
Oh.
Because they kind of look like. Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know where I'm getting cephalop. I feel like that's from something else. I don't know.
Could be something else. Okay. All right. Nate?
Oh man. Okay. For the
Horror
win.
sci-fi.
Horror sci-fi.
Oh, so you're not gonna go with? All right. I didn't have to go.
I've been
with
picking different ones every time. You
I
went
picked,
drama
I picked
musical
every
4 in a row.
category. That's fair. All right.
All right. In which state does Night of the Living Dead take place?
Pennsylvania.
Damn.
Is that the win? Is that the fucking win?
I don't know. Is it because I
But
feel
what
like
was it?
maybe
That's 10-9? It's 10-9?
Yeah.
That's 10-9, right? Okay. So John, if you get this wrong, that's it.
And I'll concede. Yes. That's totally fair.
But
Win
you
by
can pick
2
your
on
category.
the standards. Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Category.
Give me drama musical.
Drama musical again. Okay. What illicit business does Vito Corleone not want his family to get into?
In what?
Godfather. You should have known.
I haven't
that
seen
name.
The Godfather. Drugs. Wow.
Selling drugs.
Okay.
Do we have to keep going until
I think we do. Yeah. We got to
somebody
do a
wins by
tiebreaker.
2?
No, not by 2. But let's say if Nate gets the next one wrong and I don't get it right, then yes, then I would lose. We go until somebody gets a question wrong.
Category.
Nate, go ahead.
Horror sci-fi.
Horror sci-fi. Okay, here we go. All right, I'll try this one. Where were the aliens from in War of the Worlds?
Mars?
That's correct.
Really?
Mars. Yeah, I didn't even know
Wow. That makes me
That's-
like that movie less.
that. Okay.
Because they take the name Martin. Yes.
Like
All
really?
right.
That's the best they could do? Okay.
John, category.
Action adventure.
What is Indiana Jones's first name?
Can I steal even if he doesn't get it?
Well, if he gets it wrong, he
What is
loses.
Indiana Jones's first name?
What's his first name?
Junior. It's
Junior? Is that your final
No.
answer?
it's not Indiana. His father calls him Junior. His father calls him Junior because he's Indiana.
What's his name?
I don't.
I
I
need a
don't.
name here in 5.
Indiana. I don't know.
Henry Jones Jr.
Yep. Henry Jr.
To me. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, Why?
Walt Disney.
This guy hated a whole group of people.
Damn, Nate. Good job.
That was well earned, Nate. I think that I kind of gifted it as a chance at the end. And
With the first question of Walt Disney didn't have any Oscars. So yeah, he did. He had fucking 26.
that's news to me, man.
I just
Fuck, I had
when
no
you said the
idea.
numbers, I thought it was a joke. I was like,
No, when I
really?
first
That
read it,
many?
I was like, wait, what's going on here? I didn't know this. Yeah. But hey, we all learned something today. And Nate won trivia. So congratulations. That
We
was
won.
that was a
Movie Dudes
movie
podcast.
called Movies Trivia Game.
That's a good-
Oh,
That's
you know
cool.
what? That's
I like
cool.
that.
I do have
Exactly.
one of those games with me too, so I can do that next time as well. That was really fun. Thanks, guys.
There
Thanks,
you go.
Spencer. Thanks,
Booyah.
Jeffy.
I thought it was. I
Um,
saw some questions beforehand. I'm like, all right, there's some easy ones, there's some challenging ones, there's some like what the fuck ones. This one could be fun. So there you go.
Sweet.
Well, we always want the Those Movie Dudes podcast to be an educational experience, and I hope we gave that to you today.
Edumacation.
Don't see Megalopolis.
Edumacational. Go see the Wild Robot, though. It's very wholesome. If you want to just feel good. And it's a movie that truly made me want to feel like what it's like to be a mother, although I don't have the organs to actually, experience that.
For me, that was Mother.
Nowadays, you can say you do.
Yeah. Oh, the movie Mother. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not good. Okay.
Anyways, at Those Movie Dudes.
At Those Movie Dudes. Yeah. Follow us
Everywhere.
on all socials. Make sure you follow us wherever you get your podcasts, because we have a ton of episodes coming up for Spooktober. We have 5 movies for Spooktober. We have Oddity, Return of the Living Dead, My Bloody Valentine, Nosferatu and Shadow of the Vampire, and Trick or Treat. So tons of first-time watches. 6 technically, because we have the double feature episode. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Well, spooky season is upon us.
Let's fucking go. I'm scared, baby. You better be.
Let me in now.